Yashodanandana Balajanarandana Yamunatira Banachari Yamunatira Banachari yadā madhava kunja vihari Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasudeva Gaura Bhakta-vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Nittai Gola Haribo, 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 Nittai Gola Haribo. Go Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Jam Vishnu Pada Paramahansa Prabhupada Kacharya Tata Sismais Bhagavad A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Śrīla Prabhupada Ki Jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Ki Jai, Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur Ki Jai, Prince Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasudeva Gaura Bhakta-vrinda Ki Jai, Yoga-māyā Ki Jai, Yamuna-māyā Ki Jai, Vrindavan Dhamma Ki Jai, Navadvip Mayapur Dhamma Ki Jai. All glory to the assembled devotees, all glory to the assembled devotees, all glory to the assembled devotees, all glory to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Om Namo Bhagavate Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, The Birth of Lord Krishna. Chapter 3, The Birth of Lord Krishna, text 47. It's not on the board, but if you have phone, I repeat. Canto 10, Chapter 3, The Birth of Lord Krishna, text 47. Tataś śaurir bhagavat-pracoditaḥ sutaṁ samādāya sūtikā-gṛhāt yadā bahir gantum iyeṣa tarhy ya yoga-māyājani nanda-jāyayā. Yadā ya yoga-māyājani nanda-jāyayā. Tataś śaurir bhagavat-pracoditaḥ sutaṁ samādāya sūtikā-gṛhāt yadā bahir gantum iyeṣa yoga-māyājani nanda-jāyayā. Tataś śaurir bhagavat-pracoditaḥ sutaṁ samādāya sūtikā-gṛhāt yadā bahir gantum iyeṣa yoga-māyājani. Any messages? Tata, thereafter, cha, indeed, slowly, Vasudeva, bhagavat-pracoditaḥ, being instructed by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, sutam, his son, samādāya, caring very carefully, he, sūtikā-gṛhāt, from the maternity room, yadā, when, bahir gantum, to go outside, iyeṣa, desired, tarhy, exactly at that time, ajā, the transcendental energy, who also never take birth, ya, who, yoga-māyā, is known as yoga-māyā. Ajani took birth, nanda-jāyayā, from the wife of Nanda Mahārāja. Translation. Thereafter, exactly when Vasudeva, being inspired by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, was about to take the newborn child from the delivery room, Yoga-māyā, the Lord of spiritual energy, took birth as the daughter of the wife of Mahārāja Nanda. Purport. Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur discussed that Krishna appeared simultaneously as the son of Devaki and as the son of Yashoda, along with the spiritual energy Yoga-māyā. As the son of Devaki, he first appeared as Vishnu, and because Vasudeva was not in the position of pure affection for Krishna, Vasudeva worshipped his son as Lord Vishnu. Yashoda, however, pleased her son Krishna without understanding his godness. This is the difference between Krishna as the son of Yashoda and as the son of Devaki. This is explained by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur on the authority of Harivansa. Om Jnana-timirandhasya Jnana Shalakaya Chakshum Militanyena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So today we are going to discuss about appearance of Lord Krishna in preparation for coming Janmashtami, which is next week. In this first, I'm going to discuss about today's text and purport. Then I'm going to discuss about how Krishna appeared as Vasudeva's son. Then we are going to discuss about how Krishna appeared as the son of Nanda Mahārāja and Yashoda. So first part one. So in this text, Vasudeva was instructed by Krishna to take baby Krishna to Vrindavan. At that moment, Yoga-māyā was appeared to Mother Yashoda. So this is the same. Already Vasudeva was in the prison by put in the Kamsa. So many children was being killed, and then Balaram was already born and transported to Vrindavan, and then Krishna appeared in Vishnu form, and then Devaki and Vasudeva offered prayer, and they asked Krishna, please transfer yourself to the baby form. Then Krishna transformed himself as a baby form, and then Krishna instructed Vasudeva to take Krishna to Vrindavan. Then today's text, he said Vasudeva was about to take Krishna out of prison. Then Yoga-māyā was born to Yashoda. Then in the purport, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur said Krishna appeared simultaneously as the son of Devaki and as the son of Yashoda. Son of Devaki in the prison, he was Vishnu. Then Yashoda, she has Krishna, the Svayam Bhagavan Krishna. So if we don't read this purport, usually Bhagavatam describes Krishna appears as the son of Vasudeva and Devaki, and Yashoda has Yoga-māyā. Then Krishna was being carried by Vasudeva to Vrindavan, and he was exchanged with a baby girl who was born to Yashoda, and went back to Mathura. Went to Mathura, and Kamsa tried to dash into the stone, and then Yoga-māyā said, ha ha ha, fool Kamsa, the one who is going to kill you is already born somewhere else. That's the story we see in Bhagavatam. But then within the Bhagavatam purport itself, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur said, actually, Krishna was born to Yashoda and Devaki simultaneously. Then it's said here, Vasudeva was not in a position of pure affection for Krishna. Vasudeva worshipped his son as Lord of Vishnu. So of course, Vasudeva is pure, but not pure unalloyed devotion. That means pure in sense he worships only Krishna. He is not worshipping a demigod. He is not dependent on karma yoga or jnana yoga. He is only dependent on bhakti. In that sense, he is pure. But his pure devotion is mixed with a word of respect, reverence to God. He is my Lord. So in that sense, his devotion is mixed. But Yashoda, he doesn't have that. Yashoda and Nanda Mahārāja doesn't have. That's why their devotion is called pure unalloyed devotion. Then the Yoga-māyā, he is taking Krishna and exchange with Yoga-māyā. But actually, Yashoda had a baby Krishna and a baby Yoga-māyā. Krishna was born first, and Yoga-māyā was born after. And when Vasudeva came to Vrindavan, he couldn't see that baby Krishna next to Yoga-māyā because Vasudeva was not in a pure state, so he could not see Krishna as Svayam Bhagavan, as original Krishna. So Krishna was there, but Vasudeva didn't have eyes. He could see Vishnu, he could see Vishnu turn to baby Krishna, but he couldn't see Krishna, original Krishna. So Krishna was right there with Yashoda and Yoga-māyā, but he couldn't see Krishna. So he put his Vasudeva Krishna, Vasudeva is short, and then long A, Vasudeva is son of Vasudeva. Then Vasudeva is son of Krishna. So Vasudeva put Vasudeva Krishna next to Yashoda, and then he took Maya Devi. But Maya Devi again, Yashoda gave the birth to Yoga-māyā, but Vasudeva took only Mahārāja. That means Mahārāja is whole Maya. Within Mahārāja, external energy, Mahārāja is there. So Mahārāja is only part of Yoga-māyā. So what Vasudeva took was not exactly whole of Yoga-māyā. He took only the part of Yoga-māyā which is external energy, Mahārāja. So Vasudeva came and took Mahārāja, and Yoga-māyā stayed there, but not as a baby form, but as an invisible Yoga-māyā. So he was arranging different pastime of Krishna. When you read Krishna book and Bhagavatam, you see many times like Yoga-māyā arranged this, Yoga-māyā did this, and so many things. So Yoga-māyā was happy to stay there to arrange Krishna's pastime. And then Vasudeva took Mahārāja and went to Mathura. Otherwise, how Kamsa can touch Yoga-māyā? Kamsa is such a externally covered person. There is no way he can touch Yoga-māyā. So he cannot touch Yoga-māyā. No? Yoga-māyā is Krishna's direct internal potency. Kamsa has no access to that. So Kamsa grab external energy, Mahārāja, then try to throw, but that was his worshipable deity, Durga. So he got frightened, and he thought, oh, my worshipable Lord, Mahārāja Durga Devi appear as the daughter of Vasudeva and Devaki. You must be such a great soul, because I worship Durga, and Durga appear as your child, so you must be great. So he asked forgiveness. That's what it said here. And then this is explained by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur on the authority of Harivansa. Harivansa is compiled by Sri Vyasadeva, and it's like a supplement for Mahabharata. Mahabharata was also compiled by Sri Vyasadeva, and Harivansa is also compiled by Vyasadeva. And it's spoken first by Vaishampayana. Vaishampayana is Vyasadeva's disciple, and he spoke to Janamejaya. Janamejaya is the son of Parikshit Mahārāja, isn't it? Yeah? Okay. So I think that is the sacrifice. After Parikshit Mahārāja left, Janamejaya, the son of Parikshit Mahārāja, he was so upset because of a snake, Takshasha. My father was killed, so he did the fire sacrifice to kill all the snakes. During that fire sacrifice, all this narration was spoken by Janamejaya to Vaishampayana, disciple of Vyasadeva, Vaishampayana, to Janamejaya. So that was Harivansa. So Harivansa mainly talking about what the dynasty of Krishna, how Krishna appeared from this father, this and descendant of this and that and that, and also different pastime after Krishna went to Mathura. So not so much about Krishna's pastime in Vrindavan. So that was today's text and purport. Now we are going to discuss about how Krishna appeared as the son of Vasudeva and Devaki. It's from Srimad Bhagavatam and Krishna book, and some parts from Brihat Bhagavatam by Sanatana Goswami. So Krishna book, also Srimad Bhagavatam's 10 canto, the advent of Lord Krishna, start from once the world was overwhelmed by the demoniac. Sorry, I'll say again. Once the world was overwhelmed by the burden of the military force of different kings. They are actually demons pretending to be a loyal order. So the Mother Earth was so sad, she took the form of cow and went to Brahma. And then Brahma took all the demigods and went to Kshirodakshaya Vishnu in the milk. Then they stay at the shore of Milk Ocean, and they submit the appeal. The Mother Earth is suffering like this, and you have to please come to help us. Then Vishnu already knew what's happening, and he asked the demigod, okay, I will also appear, but then you also have to come. So the question comes, Lord Brahma is living in such a loka. In such a loka, there is Mahapurusha living there. Supreme Personality of the Lord Vishnu himself in the form of Mahapurusha is living in Brahma loka. So why Brahma, he is living there, the Lord is living there, then why he didn't ask Mahapurusha, Bhumi is asking, is this not echoing? I feel like so much echo. It's hard to hear myself. Can you hear anything? Okay. I will try to speak slowly. So Lord Brahma is there, Mahapurusha is there, and he wants the Lord to appear on the earth. He could easily ask Mahapurusha, because they speak, they offer prayers and they ask a blessing, and Mahapurusha sometimes speak to Brahma. So he could easily ask Mahapurusha, this is happening, please go to the earth to help. But he didn't. The reason is because last time, that particular moment, Mahapurusha was taking rest. So he didn't want to bother. So Mahapurusha come to accept the yajna. In Brahma Loka, there is so many fire sacrifices going on, very gorgeous. When Gopakumara went, first impression was such a loka is such a busy place with so many yajna and mantras and all that. So there the yajna is going on, and Mahapurusha himself he's there, and with his 1,000 hands, he personally accepts all the offering. And then after he accepts the offering, he gives the blessing, and he goes to his own quarter. So that time, when Mother Bhumi came and asking to help, Mahapurusha was already went to his quarter. So Brahma didn't want to bother him. That is the first reason. Another reason is because his mood was very respectful to Mahapurusha, not like, hey friend, let's go to Mother Bhumi. It's not like that, so he didn't want to disturb. The another reason is Mahapurusha, he's always staying in such a loka, so Brahma is very happy. But if he asks Mahapurusha, please go to the Bhumi, then Mahapurusha will say, okay, let me go, then he will be gone. Then such a loka, he will not be there. Then Brahma will say, oh my God, what did I do? I asked him to go to the Bhumi. Now he is not in my satyaloka. I cannot see anymore. How I can tolerate this separation? So he didn't want, no way, I'm not going to ask him to go. He has to stay here. Don't even bother to ask him to go. He will stay here. I will go to Kshirodakshaya Vishnu and ask him to go to Bhumi. So purposely he didn't ask Mahapurusha. Indra also. Indra means that where he is staying? Svargaloka. Svargaloka, Vishnu is staying there in the form of Upendra. So Upendra is Indra's brother, younger brother. So if Indra said, hey, my younger brother, here is some problem, you can go there, solve the problem. As younger brother, yes, of course, whatever you said, he will go. But Indra didn't do that. The reason is similar to Brahma. If Upendra goes, Indra cannot see his brother anymore. He cannot tolerate the separation from his own brother. who is Vishnu. So he said, no, I'm not going to ask Upendra. Let's go to Milk Ocean. Ask Kshirodakshaya Vishnu, no problem. We will ask Kshirodakshaya Vishnu. So all the demigods, headed by Lord Brahma and Mother Bhumi, went to the shore of Milk Ocean. Then they asked. That's in the Bhagavatam written in Sanatana Goswami. Then Vishnu said, okay, I will appear, but you demigod also have to appear. So in the preparation for Vishnu's appearance, that is Kshirodakshaya Vishnu's appearance, different demigods, they not exactly they themselves with full Indra, full Brahma will go there and then there will be vacancy in such a loka or Svarga loka. It's not like that, but they send their potency. Like from Indra the potency, Arjuna was born, and Dharmaraj, Yudhishthira was born, from Vayu, Bhima was born, something like that. And they appear in Brisean dynasty, Yadu dynasty. So earlier in this chapter, Prabhupada explained, in Bhagavad Gita also says, someone is pious, then they will be born in the, If someone is performing devotional service for some time, there is two options. One is they will take birth in a family or very pious family, or a Vaishya or wealthy family. And if they are practicing so long, they are born in a family of Vaishnava. So those devotees who are performing very pious activity with devotion, then they go to heaven. So they are called Sura. Sura means demigod, and they also have a wife. So they are also there with very pious background, and they are in heaven. So they are coming to take birth in the family of Yadu dynasty, or some gopi appear in, some of them appear as a gopis on the residence in Vrindavan. And then it's that we perform devotional service in this life, and then next we go to the pious birth, if there is any next life. Hope there will be no next life, but in general, next life is there in pious family. Then after, they will take birth on the planet where Krishna is performing pastime. So that's what exactly happened. So that they are in heaven, they are already pious, they accumulated devotional credit, and they are personally asked by Krishna, you can come to the planet where Krishna is performing devotional service. So they appear as personal Krishna's associate, like Krishna's family members and neighbor and friend. So they got the personal association with Krishna. Then after that, they will go back to Godhead. That is a general sequence how it happened. Then after that, Surasena was there. Surasena is one of those demigods who was asked to appear. So he appeared as from the demigod planet. He appeared on the earth. And then Surasena has different children. And one of the first child is Vasudeva. And Vasudeva has so many brothers. And then one of the brothers married to, anyway, so too complicated. There are so many. In Harivamsa, also nine canto, the last chapter, there is a description of whose father, how many children, so many, a list of the name is there. You can have a look there. So the Vasudeva was born from Surasena, and then Surasena married to Devaki. Then from Vasudeva and Devaki, Krishna, who was the incarnation of Kshirodakshaya Vishnu was born. That's why Devaki and Vasudeva saw Vishnu formed, Kshirodakshaya Vishnu. Then they asked him to turn to baby Krishna. So that's how Kshirodakshaya Vishnu was born. Generally, like Hindu people, they think Krishna is an incarnation of Vishnu. That is true in one sense, because actually Kshirodakshaya Vishnu is within, all the incarnation from within the universe is an incarnation of Kshirodakshaya Vishnu in general. Prabhupada also mentioned that few texts before in the purport. So that's it. But in Vrindavan is different. So that's it. Up to here is part 2, and part 3, this is the main part. How Krishna appeared as Swayam Bhagavan Krishna, original Krishna, as the son of Nanda and Yashoda. So once in a day of Brahma, Krishna appeared from the spiritual world. When Krishna appeared, he doesn't come from Ksharodakshaya Vishnu. He comes directly from the spiritual world. And when Krishna appeared, he doesn't really exactly have to ask demigod to come. When he asks demigod, he will say yadā yadā hi dharmasya grani bhavati bharata vyuttanan dharmasya tadatmanan sajamihan parittanaya sadhunam vinasaya chaduskritan. Sorry. So he has to come to establish the religious principle. He annihilates the miscreant, he protects the sadhu. That is his purpose to come. So he wants the demigod to help. But when Krishna comes directly from Vrindavan, once in a day of Brahma, he will say like a picnic. In Vrindavan, he has a picnic with cowherd boy. Okay, let's go to Talavan, let's go to Govardhan, let's go to Yamuna, like a picnic. And then one day he will say, let's go to Bhumi. So everyone said, yeah, Krishna is going, I'm also going. So all the cowherd boys and the Nanda and Yashoda, they also come. So, for example, this is also Brihata Bhagavatam. When Krishna go to Vaikuntha, then all the cowherd boys and the associates come in the form is suitable, with a suitable form as Krishna's associate in the mood of Vishnu's associate. For example, Sridham, he's a cowherd boy in Goloka Vrindavan. But when Krishna comes in Vaikuntha as Narayan, then Sridham becomes, what's the name? The bird? Garuda. So, because my Lord is Narayan, so he needs someone to carry. I will carry. In Goloka Vrindavan, he carry on the shoulder. So he comes as Garuda to carry Narayan Vishnu on the shoulder. Like that. Then another example, Nanda Mahārāja and Yashoda. When Krishna go to Vaikuntha, then they will take the form, it's suitable to that form of Krishna, and they will take the form suitable to serve Krishna in that mood. And when Krishna comes to the heaven, Nanda and Yashoda also take the form suitable to serve Krishna in the heaven. So there is a Dara and Drona. Yeah? Dara and Drona and demigod. I don't know which part of heaven, but they are there, Nanda and Yashoda. So Dara and Drona came as Nanda and Yashoda. So in one sense, sound like Dara and Drona incarnate came as Nanda and Yashoda, if you look at only that part of the sequence. But actually, originally, they are Nanda and Yashoda in the spiritual world. They heard Krishna is going to Bhumi. How he can live without us, we have to go. So they came to protect Krishna. So they didn't exactly become Dara and Drona, and then Dara and Drona have to become Nanda and Yashoda. They came directly from Goloka Vrindavan. So as Krishna is directly from Goloka Vrindavan, Nanda, Yashoda, and Sridham and different associates are coming directly from Goloka Vrindavan with their original form, even though there is another form exists in the Vaikuntha and different heavenly planet. So that's a different. So the story from Gopala Champu, as I said, Harivansa doesn't describe so much detail about Krishna's pastime in Vrindavan. So Gopala Champu by Jiva Goswami describe a lot of detail in Goloka, Bhumi Vrindavan. So it's happened that Nanda and Yashoda, okay, let's start from Surasena. Surasena is the father of Vasudeva. So Surasena is the father of Vasudeva, but Surasena has father, and the father's name is Devamida. Devamida is the father of Surasena, and Devamida has two wives. One is Kshatriya, one is Vaishya. So that Kshatriya wife is the daughter of Bhoja dynasty. So from that daughter of Bhoja dynasty and Dharmamida, Surasena was born. So they took the line of Kshatriya. Then Surasena, then Vasudeva, and then Vasudeva's Devaki. So they're Kshatriya line. And then apart from that, Devamida has another wife who is Vaishya. But she is not the ordinary Vaishya lady. Her father was a Brahmana and mother was Vaishya. So even though Vaishya, they are very highly respected Vaishya, and they are twice born. So with the combination of Damida and Devamida, and that's Vaishya lady, the son was born whose name is Prajanna. Prajanna means rain. Like in Bhagavad Gita, it said when we perform sacrifice, from sacrifice, demigod will please, and then demigod please, rain will fall, and the rain falls, and grain will come. You know that shloka? Anna bhavati bhutani parajanya. That's parajanya means. You have a text? Anna bhavati bhutani text. Bhagavad Gita chapter 3. Toward the middle. Anna bhavati bhutani parajanya something. I just want to say parajanya means rain, that's all. So if you find it, you can say once. Okay, can you say the shloka and translation? Translation? Thank you. So in that shloka, it's described how the Jagya and the demigod and the rain and the connected and grain will grow and human being is pleased. So therefore we have to perform the Jagya. That's what the shloka about. And that shloka, what I want to say was the word prajanya. That means rain. And then that's Devamida's another son from Vaishya. Daddy was Prajanya. And then he was very devoted to the Lord from beginning, and he was performing different kind of devotional service. Then so Prajanya means rain. What kind of rain he was producing? He was not like Indra producing regular rain. He was producing the rain in the form of Ananda. Ananda, happiness, transcendental bliss. So he produced 5 kinds of Ananda. Start from Upananda, and then one more, then Nanda, that is Nanda Mahārāja, and 2 more. All has a name of Nanda, Upananda and Nanda, and I think another 3 sons was like a Nanda Nandana or Nandana or something like something with Nanda. So he was laying, but then he was showering the bliss, the happiness, Ananda. So he produced 5 sons who is full of bliss. So he has this son, and they grow up very nicely in devotional way. And then when the time came, he thought he can retire to the forest, and then he will give the position to my eldest son. So he is coming from Kshatriya line, but mixed with Vaishya. So he was taking the role of Vaishya. But because he was mixture of Kshatriya, that's how it's like Nanda Mahārāja. We hear Nanda Mahārāja is the king of Vrindavan, king of cowhead. So he's a Vaishya or Kshatriya, because king means Kshatriya, but then cowhead, that means Vaishya. That's how he was a mixture of Kshatriya, but then he was taking the occupation of Vaishya. But he was called the king of cowhead. That's how it happened. Also, I just want to quickly mention Vasudeva and Nanda Mahārāja. They're very close. They are like a brother, because their father, Vasudeva's father is Surasena, and then Nanda Mahārāja's father is Prajanya, and Prajanya and then Surasena, a brother, step brother, the same father. Father is Devamida. That's how, and in India they're very close, no? like a universal father and mother, that's it. But then in India, they have more extended family, so they are very close. And in the beginning, they are living together also. So they are very close friend and also kind of brother. Oh, okay, then Prajanya was going to retire, and he said that he is going to give the position of a king to Upananda, first son. And Upananda respectfully accepted the position of the head of that community. And then the day came when he is going to announce who is going to be the head next. Suddenly Upananda said, with all respect, I will appoint Nanda, my younger brother, as a king of the cowhead. And then father was like, what? You said you were going to be? And everyone was like surprised. And then Upananda said, I accept the father's order. He didn't refuse, he accepted. But I would like to give this position to Nanda, because the reason is, many reasons, because of Nanda Mahārāja's quality, he consider others' happiness first before he consider own happiness. He can tolerate own suffering to make others happy. That is the greatest quality as a leader, as a king. Therefore, because of this quality, Nanda should become a king. And then that quality we can see when Vasudeva exchanged Nanda Mahārāja's in normal sense, hey, what are you doing to protect your son? You kill my own child, how you can do that? Get upset. But then he didn't have that bitter feeling. And then also when Vasudeva took Krishna and then kept in Mathura and Dwarka, Nanda Mahārāja himself is suffering from the pain of separation from Krishna, but then he never gave up the friendship, affectionate feeling to Vasudeva because of that. So he considered others' happiness first before own happiness, and he can tolerate own suffering to make others happy. Otherwise, how he could let Krishna to go without that quality? And when he went to Kurukshetra, he could easily bring Krishna back to Vrindavan, but then he considered how Vasudeva would be sad. He could not do that. That is Nanda Mahārāja's great quality. So because of that, Upananda said he should become a king. So Nanda Mahārāja, he was like hesitating. How I can become, I am not even second son, I'm a third son. Upananda, he is the eldest son, he should become a king. But because that was an order from elder brother, he accepted, because it was an order, he accepted the order with great humility. And Upananda said, you will become a king, I will become your advisor. That's why Upananda, Upa means up. I will go on the top of Nanda as advisor. So Nanda Mahārāja, you don't have to feel bad. I will still stay Upa Nanda as advisor. So in that way, Nanda Mahārāja accepts the position of the king of cowhead. Then after that, everyone was so happy, waiting in Nanda Mahārāja to have a child, because king means they have to have a child to take the next generation. But then when Nanda Mahārāja became older, still he didn't have a child. And Mother Yashoda was, by the way, she's also coming from very respectful Vaishya family. And then so they married, and then they couldn't have a child, and they're getting old. And the whole Vrindavan village was so worried. Our king and queen, they don't have a child. Then they started doing different yajna so that they can have a child. But they couldn't have, after so many yajnas, they couldn't have a child. And then Yashoda said, oh Nanda, my husband, after all this, we couldn't have a child. What is happening? The Brahmana doesn't have power, or mantra has no power, or what's happening? We don't have that destiny. And Nanda Mahārāja said, oh Yashoda Mai, you know, what I want is no ordinary child. I want a child who is better than Narayan. You remember Devaki and Vasudeva, they asked, we want they're talking to Vishnu, we want the child exactly like you. So then Vishnu said, nobody is exactly like me, so I will appear. So Vishnu appeared. But now Nanda Mahārāja, he's thinking, I want a child who is better than Narayana. If not that, less than that, I don't want. I don't want any ordinary child. So even they did so many yajna, that is karmakanda yajna, to have a child. Without karmakanda yajna, better than someone is better than Narayana, they cannot bring karmakanda yajna, they cannot bring someone who is better than Narayana, then that's it. So Nanda Mahārāja said, we cannot have, then I don't want anyone who is less than that. Karmakanda yajna cannot bring, that is the reason, he said. But still he wants a child who is better than Narayana. So Yashoda said, oh Prabhu, we did so many tapasya. By the way, she became so skinny, she gave up the first eating. Then she said, one thing we didn't do yet. We did so many things. That's the Dvadasi fasting. I don't know exactly what that means, Dvadasi fasting. And then Nanda Mahārāja said, oh yes, we didn't do that one, let's do this one. And then they consulted with Brahmana, and then Brahmana gave different prescription how you have to do that Dvadasi Vrata. It was not mentioned in the book, so I don't know exactly what they did. They did for 1 year. And then with that end of that Dvadasi Vrata for 1 year, Nanda Mahārāja saw the dream, and Yashoda also saw the dream. Around the same time, there were two shining child was in Nanda Mahārāja's heart. And then one went to Yashoda's heart, and one went to Yashoda's womb. And then he woke up and told Yashoda, and Yashoda said, Prabhu, I also had a similar dream. So that was Krishna and Yoga-māyā. Then, sure enough, Yashoda got pregnant with two children. By then, all the cowhead and the villagers and everyone was so waiting like anything. And they're also fasting and doing different tapasya, and not just Yashoda and Nanda, but everybody in Vrindavan. They are also praying and fasting and all that thing. So finally, when they heard Yashoda is pregnant, they're so happy. Immediately they start dance and sing and started giving a gift. And during a pregnancy, different samskara is there, and they are doing that. And during a samskara, they give the gift, and all festivals going on. And everybody is prepared. And also this, today the purport, Harivansa, by the authority of Harivansa, exactly what is said in Harivansa is, 8 months of pregnancy, both Devaki and Vasudeva, same time they gave birth to the child. So the 8 months of pregnancy, usually 9 months. No? 8 months means premature. So premature baby was born. Not dysfunctional, but kind of like a little bit premature. So anyways, if we're 8 months, then usually they put in a special box to do different things. My first daughter was born 8 months. All the face was there, 2 eyes were there, ear was there, nose was there, whole body was there, everything is there, but she was very small. So anyways, they put in a box, but in Mayapur, Navadvip, they don't have that facility. So they put in a mosquito net, and in the mosquito net, there was a mosquito inside. And so baby was crying the whole night. So that was Mayapur. But anyway, Devaki and Vasudeva gave birth in 8 months pregnancy. That's what's exactly said in Harivansa. So Yashoda has a baby. So all the Vrindavan residents, they are preparing for the day. Yeah, they're going to have a big festival, and then midwife, who are going to help the delivery of Yashoda, she said from the symptom of Yashoda, that I don't know when you have experience. When you deliver the baby, you have some symptom, the baby is going to be born. I didn't know for the first child, but apparently you get the pain for delivery. So all the different symptoms were there. So midwife said, today Yashoda is going to give birth. So all the Vrindavan residents are so happy. Yashoda is going to give birth, and our queen and the king is going to have a child. Everyone is so happy, and they are preparing so many things like a maternity room. In India, they have special room to deliver the baby. You don't do that in the hospital. So they decorate that place, and not only the house, but then around that house, they decorate nicely with natural leaves and herb and stuff. They prepare everything, whole day they are awake, but at night somehow, because the Yoga-māyā was there, Yoga-māyā put everyone sleep. So when Vasudeva came with Vasudeva, and everybody was sleeping. So when he came, everybody sleeping, and he easily exchanged, not exactly exchanged, because his Vasudeva Krishna merged to original Krishna, and then he took Mahārāja, so he went to Mathura, and nobody noticed. And usually when you deliver the baby, it's so much pain, at least the mother should be awake. But somehow it's said in Gopal Champa, also Gora Govinda Mahārāja's lecture, he said that she didn't have any pain. That is such a blessing to have no pain for delivery. It is terrible pain. But it said that Yashoda didn't experience delivery pain. That's how she was asleep. Also Yoga-māyā's arrangement. So she didn't know what's happening. And she woke up, she saw beautiful Krishna, who is more beautiful than blue sapphire, blue lotus, and then nose like sesame, so soft, and the neck is like a conch. And she was so happy. And then everybody started to wake up. Yashoda, the baby, baby, and they immediately put the nice clothes and put the gift, and they rushed to the maternity room. All the ladies can go first. And then, because of the sound, everybody started waking up. Oh, Nanda and Yashoda has a baby. This is not the baby girl, this is the baby son. So they have big celebration, and then we'll have Janmashtami celebration. And we will have in ISKCON Mayapur also. Next Thursday is Janmashtami celebration. We will celebrate Krishna's Janma. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Any question or comment? First youth, then can.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Very nice pastime we heard. Can you repeat once again that mosquito something I could not properly
the
get
mosquito?
Yeah.
That was nothing to do with Yashoda, and it's my own baby story. It's not important, but important for me. When I went to deliver the baby, in that hospital, they didn't have a facility to put in a nice Western style, so they put my premature born 8-month baby in a mosquito, and the mosquito was inside the mosquito net. That's what I said. Yes, that's it. After this.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you so much for a wonderful class. Maybe I read, but I don't remember, that earth is always in the form of a cow. Because I remember reading that earth, when Brahma and other demigods approach Kshirodaksha Vishnu, earth was in the form of a cow. Is there a reason for that, or she is always in the form of a cow? I don't remember, sorry. Maybe it's mentioned somewhere.
I didn't see exact reference to say the reason, but I also noticed she comes as a mother. Like Prithu Mahārāja, when Prithu Mahārāja wanted to excavate, she also took the form of cow. I didn't see exact reference, and I can only assume that's because Mother Earth, cow mother, and they provide the necessity. But then this is my guessing, so unless I see exact reference, and I can't exactly say. But my guess is they produce what we need and support and provide like a mother. That if I find the exact reference, I will share with you.
Thank you. This question came because when Indra committed an offense towards Krishna, then he sent cow so that to pacify Krishna. So I was thinking, is there any link between the two, or is it separate, like she's always in the form of a cow?
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, she's
Anyway,
always with Krishna. When Krishna left the earth, everybody was crying, but then Mother Earth's inspiration was more secure because Krishna goes here and there, Vrindavan, Mathura, here and there. When he goes somewhere else, they cannot see Krishna. But the Mother Earth, wherever Krishna goes on the earth, Krishna is on the earth. So Mother Earth was never being away from Krishna in any time. So her separation was more secure. That's the description. But when I find the exact reference, I will share with you. Thank you. Thank you, Mataji. I ask you to go last because I know you always give very meaningful, deep comment. So I wanted to speak after.
Well, I read a story where Radharani cursed Vrinda and Vrinda cursed Radharani back again, that both of them had to take birth in the material world. It was something to do with the pastime of Sudama, or who was actually Sankachuda. So what happened was Radharani started crying to Krishna that I don't want to go to the material world, I'm going to miss Govardhan and all these lovely groves here. And she started crying. So Krishna said, don't worry, I'll come with you. Then she said, but I cannot go without Govardhan. So then Krishna said, we'll make arrangement, Govardhan will come. So this is the pastime happening in Goloka, where everybody comes here because of the original curse to Vrinda, and then Vrinda cursed Radharani to come to material world. So that's one story. The second small point is that when Vasudeva would bring baby Krishna, the original, he entered into the body of original Krishna, which Yasoda gave birth. And of course Vasudeva could not see because he was covered by the blanket or something like that. So Krishna actually entered, Vasudeva Krishna entered into the Swayam Bhagavan Krishna's body. So you can see when Akrura came and he came to take Krishna, so then Vasudeva Krishna goes, because original Krishna and Balaram never leaves Vrindavan. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much. So when Krishna comes, Radharani comes. But if Radharani doesn't want to come, Krishna cannot come. So he has to fulfill every wish of Radharani. So with Radharani's wish, Govardhan and Radhakundan, everything came from Goloka Vrindavan. So we are very fortunate to have Vrindavan here, and Mayapur and Vrindavan non-different. So those who have eyes to see Krishna's pastime is going on in Vrindavan, Mayapur, we can see. And I think maybe you may not see exactly, but you can feel occasionally Krishna's presence, especially when you are hearing the pastime, when you are dancing in a kirtan, when you go to parikram, when you are chanting very deep. So Janmashtami is a special occasion we can observe ourselves to feel the presence of Krishna. So thank you very much. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Sri Janmashtami ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Go Premanande Hari Hari Bo.